Hi, everyone. This is Gary Magenta from Root Inc., and I'm here with part two of a two-part video blog or vlog series about your employees' experience and your customers' experience. I'm calling this vlog series Shaking Up the Handshake. As we discussed on the first installment, focused on your employees' experience, the age-old handshake needs to be reinvented as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, this pandemic has also accelerated and intensified the need to shake up, to reinvent your customer's experience too. Shaking up the handshake and your customer's experience both need to happen, and they need to happen right now. With the very first customer came the first customer experience. And even though those early purveyors and customers may not have been conscious of it, there were rational, emotional, sensorial, physical, and even spiritual components to that customer experience. They all culminate in a decision to come back, to continue to build the relationship or not. And you and your team members are in the driver's seat of that very customer experience. In the midst of the pandemic, your customers' needs and expectations of you and your business have changed rapidly and dramatically. And you don't need me to tell you that. You know that already. But whether you are a B2B or a B2C business, I'm asking you to consider the possibility that things will not return to what they were just a few months ago. I believe they've been forever altered, and therefore you must alter your customer's experience too. Take a moment and ask yourself how well your old customer experience will be in this new and still somewhat undetermined world. Just like the need to reinvent the handshake, you will indeed need to reinvent your customer's experience. I have a few thoughts on what your customer experience must include. I call it the customer experience must-have list. I also have some tips for how to engage your employees in it. Big spoiler alert here. The themes are the same must-haves from your employee experience I talked about in part one of this series, but the details are very specific to customer experience this time, so stay with me, stay tuned. Okay, here it is, the customer experience must-have list. First is flexibility, followed by humanity, and then accessibility. But let's get into the details under each one. First, flexibility. Empower your team members to focus on the customer, not on enforcing policies. Focus on the customer, not on enforcing policies. And enable each team member with the information, the technology, and most of all, the authority for them to enhance the customer experience without having to transfer them or call a manager or put them on hold. And when we think about humanity, how we treat one another, let's see if we can have each one of our team members view each customer as a human being and respond appropriately, not just to their needs, not just to what they want or need today, but to their feelings and emotions, because that's where loyalty is built. And if you think about that, we need to enable each one of our employees to build a relationship with each customer by treating them as if they were treasured friends and family. Now, when we get to accessibility, many of you are doing this, and some of you are still not, but let's just check in. We have to provide your customers with the access to information, expertise, and the appropriate help as determined by them, when they want it, where they want it, and how they want it, providing your customers access to information, expertise, and appropriate help when they want it, where they want it, and how they want it. Again, many of you are doing it well, congratulations. And for others, you're not. You have to think about it in three components. Can you do all of those things virtually? Can you do all of those things telephonically? And can you do all of those things in person when necessary? So, flexibility, humanity, and accessibility. Now, tips for how to engage your employees in this reinvented customer experience that they're going to need to deliver. Well, it starts with you. It starts with your overall business. The company, you, all of your people leaders need to tell a story about your business's purpose. Why are we here? And then connect that to the second chapter in this story. And that one is about the customers we serve and their needs and wants. The next chapter in this story is what is the experience we're creating for our customers and how that experience creates loyalty, how it differentiates our business and will allow us to thrive in this new world. And then finally, and you cannot forget this chapter, how does each one of your employees play a role in delivering that customer experience? So think about your organization, all of your key people being able to tell a story about the purpose of your business, the customer we serve, the experience that we're creating that creates loyalty and differentiates us, and ultimately the role everybody in your organization, and I mean everybody, plays in delivering that. So let me ask you and ask yourself, as a company, how are you doing in each one of those areas of flexibility, humanity, and accessibility? How well can you tell that story today? There's a survey, a link at the bottom of the screen. I'd like you to take it and see how you fare. If you're doing well, we applaud you and we ask you to share that with others. If there's one or more of those areas where you can use some help, give me a call or send me an email. Let's talk about it. I want to help. And most of all, thank you so much for being here, for participating in this two-part series. And I hope that your family and you are safe and healthy. Thanks so much for being here. Talk to you soon.